Welcome to this summary of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Damn by Mark Manson, where he lays out how to live a better life by caring about fewer things. If you follow a few simple rules, you can enjoy a happier, less stressful existence. But before we continue, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Part 1. Whatever you do in life will be a struggle, so you need to find the struggle that's right for you. What's your life's true ambition? What do you want to achieve so profoundly that it would be engraved on your headstone? It's a tough question, isn't it? Many might say they desire happiness, a loving family, and a fulfilling career, but these aspirations are vague. Vagueness can be problematic because it lacks the drive needed for success. To progress in life, you must be prepared to face struggles. Achieving your goals demands hard work and perseverance. Setbacks and challenges are inevitable. Without a clear goal to strive for, you'll falter when adversity strikes. Imagine aiming to be a CEO. While the title sounds impressive, the reality is grueling. CEOs endure long work weeks, tough decisions, and the responsibility of personnel management. Without unwavering determination, success is unlikely. Since struggle is unavoidable, you must find something worth fighting for. Identify what truly brings you joy. Pursuing what you love ensures you'll persevere through challenges and even grow to embrace them. Take the author, for example. Discovering a passion for writing about dating, he focused on creating a dating advice blog. Despite initial challenges, his love for the work fueled his success. Eventually, the blog gained a substantial following, allowing him to make it his full-time career. Seeking an easy life devoid of challenges is futile. Progress comes from pursuing goals that ignite your passion. Equally important is learning to reject tasks that don't bring you joy. Focus on what truly matters and disregard the rest. Part 2. Suffering can lead to great things, but if you don't have the right values, you'll never be happy. In the art world, success often emerges from struggle. Take guitarist Dave Mustaine, for instance. After being ousted from his band just as they were on the brink of fame, Mustaine channeled his frustration into building something better. 2 years of relentless effort later, he formed Megadeth, selling over 25 million records. Despite this triumph, Mustaine still felt unfulfilled, comparing himself unfavorably to Metallica, his former band. His story illustrates the peril of measuring success against others. Contrast Mustaine's journey with Pete Best, who found happiness by redefining success. After being replaced in the Beatles, he refocused on what truly mattered: family and personal contentment. This shift led to a fulfilling life, where he continued to make music without the pressure of fame. Ultimately, our values, not external success, determine our happiness. In the following discussion, we'll explore how to identify and prioritize these values. Part 3. Many people tend to focus on shitty values, so it's important to find some good ones to believe in. In the previous part, we learned that comparing ourselves to others leads to disappointment, just one of the many negative values that hinder happiness. Take pleasure, for example. Prioritizing pleasure above all else is common, but it often leads to anxiety and depression, as seen in drug addicts and gluttons. Another detrimental value is material success. While it's tempting to measure worth by possessions, research shows it doesn't enhance well-being. Pursuing wealth over values like family and integrity can even be harmful. To avoid these pitfalls, prioritize values that are realistic, beneficial to society, and within your control. Honesty, for instance, meets these criteria, providing feedback and aiding decision-making. Other values such as creativity, generosity, and humility also fulfill these criteria, fostering fulfillment and contentment. Part 4. Sometimes we feel like victims, but positive change only happens when you take full responsibility for your life. Each year, countless amateur runners join marathons, often to support charitable causes. Despite the challenges they face, most runners take pride in their accomplishment. However, if participation were forced, the joy would likely vanish. Feeling coerced diminishes enjoyment. Similarly, many people approach life as if circumstances control them. Consider the case of William James, born into privilege but plagued by ill health and familial criticism. Initially despondent, James found solace in the philosophy of Charles Peirce, embracing the idea of taking full responsibility for his life. Realizing that he had blamed external factors for his unhappiness, James empowered himself to change. He ultimately became a renowned figure in American psychology. When facing adversity, emulate James by accepting responsibility. For instance, in the aftermath of a breakup, it's easy to blame the ex-partner, but reflecting on personal contributions to the relationship's demise fosters growth and prevents future mistakes. Taking ownership enables a better, happier life. Part 5. We often flee when our identity is threatened, but Buddhism can help. Imagine this. You're a senior manager at a prestigious company, content with your job, perks, and status. Being a senior manager defines you. Now, suppose you're offered a chance to reach the pinnacle of success, but it comes with immense risk. Failure means losing everything: your job, possessions, respect, and most importantly, your identity. Would you take the leap? Most wouldn't, due to Manson's law of avoidance, the instinct to flee anything jeopardizing our identity. While avoiding major risks seems prudent, this instinct often holds us back. Consider aspiring artists or writers afraid to share their work for fear of rejection. Their identity hinges on the dream of success, paralyzing them from trying. Fortunately, Buddhism offers a solution. It teaches that identity is an illusion, freeing us from self-imposed limitations. Letting go of identity opens new possibilities. Instead of prioritizing work over everything, you can pursue what truly brings happiness, whether it's family time or hobbies. Part 6. You need to accept your mistakes and insecurities if you want to see positive change. Hate those people who always believe they're right, no matter what. Well, you might be one of them. We all fall into the trap of thinking we're right when we're not. Consider the author's friend's situation. Despite widespread approval of her fiancé, her brother adamantly criticized him, convinced he'd cause harm. Despite efforts to persuade him otherwise, he remained stubbornly fixed in his view. To avoid such pitfalls, we must constantly question our certainty. This isn't easy. Often, false beliefs mask insecurities, revealing uncomfortable truths. In the brother's case, his criticism likely stemmed from jealousy or feeling neglected. Rather than confront his insecurities, he clung to his misguided assumptions. You can avoid this by challenging your beliefs and confronting insecurities, leading to healthier behavior and greater happiness. Part 7. Romantic love can be destructive unless we learn to control it. Romeo and Juliet, renowned as a classic love story, is more a tale of chaos than bliss, ending tragically with both lovers' suicides. It underscores the destructive nature of romantic love, akin to a roller coaster ride of intense highs and crashing lows. Historically, romantic love was viewed with caution, seen as potentially destructive. Unlike today's idealization of it, relationships were often based on practical considerations rather than passionate ardor. However, this doesn't mean giving up on romance entirely. Romantic love can be healthy or unhealthy depending on certain factors. Unhealthy love arises when partners use the relationship to escape personal problems, leading to inevitable disappointment. Healthy love, conversely, thrives when both partners are fully committed, offering mutual support without trying to control or dominate. Straying from these principles leads to relationship discord. Part 8. Humans are terrified of death, and so they try to live on beyond it. Facing the reality of mortality profoundly shapes how we live. Ernest Becker, in his book The Denial of Death, explores this theme. Becker posits two key ideas. Humans fear death, uniquely able to contemplate hypotheticals, including life beyond death. Consequently, We pursue immortality projects to leave a lasting legacy, often through fame or societal impact. However, this quest for eternal recognition breeds societal discord and personal stress. The solution? Embrace the present, finding meaning in spreading happiness and joy. Avoid fixating on immortality and instead focus on personal fulfillment and meaningful relationships. Everything else is a distraction from a happy life. The core message of this book is to simplify life by prioritizing what truly matters, thereby reducing stress and finding greater fulfillment. To achieve this, it's crucial to embrace the art of saying no and overcome the fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. FOMO perpetuates stress, but the reality is we can't do it all. Rather than striving for perfection in every aspect of life, identify your priorities and commit to them wholeheartedly. Follow the example of CEO Mohammed El-Arian, who resigned from his lucrative position to prioritize family time. Lastly, thank you for watching. Let us know what you rate this book in the comments down below and what book we should do next.